Hello and welcome. This is Deepak Mishra once again, and today we are going to talk on a very important topic, that is what is right, consultancy or no consultancy? What should you do? Should you hire a consultant if you want to do post graduation in Germany, or can you do that without hiring a consultant on your own? That is the topic of today, and I have been getting a lot of questions, and people keep asking the same questions all over again. That should we shell out so much money? It's so expensive. Some people don't have that kind of money. They can't afford it. What should they do? So we'll discuss on these topics. I'll also cover up what are the pros and cons of doing things on your own, and what are the pros and cons of doing things through a consultancy. So initially, I would like to tell you guys that, see, every candidate is different, every individual is different. His or her requirements, their aspirations and ambitions, and that is different. And having said that, it's also true that financial limitation of every person is different. So one has to think of all these aspects, that how much is the limitation, how much money can I afford, and what services I am getting in return. So also, if I'm not giving only this much and I'm getting this XYZ service, the rest of the things I can do on my own. So it's good. I save money on that. So there are a lot of permutations and combinations, and person has to be very, very open-minded and very enthusiastic, I should say, or hardworking. You should find out yourself. You should read the websites, talk to people, talk to different agents, and then you get some idea how it is. Also talk to people who have done things on their own, and I am one of them. I have done everything on my own, and that is what I have been sharing with all you guys since last 6 months. I'm telling everybody every time whenever possible, but people still keep asking the same questions. So let's start with, what are the pros of doing things on your own without any consultancy. See, when I say that without any consultancy, I mean you will do till you'll go to language institute nearby you, Goethe Institute or private institute, or whichever you like, or whichever you feel is better and gives value for money. Everything has to be counted on how much money you are spending and what services or what value you are getting. If it's a good institute, if the institute is giving you appointments very faster, like they're saying that, okay, instead of 4 months course I will get it done in 2 months, then and they're charging you more, then it's okay. You pay more because you're saving 2 months over there. So if they are saying that, okay, instead of doing this 4 months or 2 months course, you do this A1 in 1 month, we'll do 5 hours a day, and but I'll charge you the same amount. You say, okay, fine. It's not that I want to do 2 months and you're doing only half 1 month, I'll pay you half. It's not like that. So you always compare on value for money and make decisions accordingly. So pros, we'll talk about pros of doing things on your own. Biggest pro is that you save a lot of money. But the con is that other pro is that you gain a lot of experience. You do things everything on your own. Like I did everything on my own, so I got to know every loophole, every nook and corner of the system which was prevalent that time. And I tried everything on my own. Some things worked, something did not work. Sometimes I was just plain lucky, and I could get through. So those were the things. Con is that, as I told you, luck plays a major role over there. It can happen that you make a wrong decision at that time, and you don't know whom to ask or whom to discuss these things further, and how to rectify that mistake. It might happen that you do something, and later on you realize, no, I could have done this in this way. That was a better way. That you get to know when you move ahead and you meet other colleagues who have done it in a different way. So that is a con, that you are limited to yourself. It depends upon your research. So doing things on your own, if you will do till your language till B2 or C1 in your home country, in India maybe, and after that you will have to go to some institute. You will need a visa to go to Germany, because initially I have been telling that you apply for hospitation and you will get invited for hospitation, but that is not working anymore. People are trying to get hospitation, but hospitals are so strict and so stringent that they are asking for approbation even for hospitation nowadays. So that is what I have heard from few of you guys, those who have written in comment section or some post on Facebook, I think. So that is what I mean, is that it has become so strict nowadays. So, trying sitting at home in India and getting an hospitation, it's little more difficult nowadays. So less probable. Then you will have to apply for some language institute which will teach you say C1, B2, C1, or telc medicine or medical German course, or so you'll have to find such institute. People have been asking me like which institute do I recommend. I mean, I have not actually researched these institutes so far, and I mean, it is a hard work to just website searching is not sufficient. You have to contact those people, you have to get reviews, what they talk to the past students, or at least contact the past students, talk to the owners of this institute or the managers, that how do they run, how do they operate, what if situations, like what if this happen, what is that happens. That does not happen when you just read the website. And frankly speaking, I mean, it's a hard work, so I have not done that so far. I will be doing it. I mean, that is in my plan, that okay, when things go a little further, and I try to organize the system a little more, then I might like find out about institutes and recommend it to you guys if you like. I mean, but what I'm trying to tell you here is, once you finish your B2 or C1 in India, then you have to come to an institute here. That you have to again research and find out which is, plus the cost is also a very important thing. Costs of education, the tuition fee, lodging, boarding costs, and all those costs. That is also one major factor here while choosing your institute. Once you get in the institute, you complete your telc B2C1, or say preparation for Fachsprachprüfung, then it is a question that which institute will help you get a job, which institute will help you write a CV, or write a letter of motivation, or prepare you for interviews. So, I mean, I'm not counting here getting you interviews. I'm not counting that, because that most institutes are not doing these days. So you have to do it on your own, getting jobs, which is the most important thing, which is the crux of the matter. You may call it that. That is the main thing. But because it is difficult, that's why institutes are preparing you, so that you can be in that position to do it on your own. But they will not find a job for you. They might share some contacts or something, or they might tell you how to write emails and all, but they will not find a job for you. That you have to do. That is in both the cases. uh, that is both the cases. I mean, if you go through consultancy and if you don't go through consultancy. So here I've told you that if you plan to do things on your own, these are the hurdles which you have to overcome. So if you are hardworking, if you are passionate, if you are, so I mean, you can say a little bit smarter here, the bulb glows faster, then you can find out, and you are good at internet, then you can do this on your own. Things can be done on your own. Now we'll discuss about how it is with consultancies. Why do consultancies charge so much? As I told you, see, from consultancy, first we'll talk about the cons. What is the con? That you need a trustworthy person over there, a consultant whom you will trust. That is a very big issue over there, because it may happen that, I mean, there are stories that consultant has charged some amount, and later on nothing came out of it, all the money was waste. So that is a that is a cheating, what you may call it, and that is a very big problem. That's why you have to find some consultant or some institute that is trustworthy. Second con over there is that you spend a lot of money. You will have to shell out quite a good amount of money. So that is a con. Other thing there is that you do not know much. You know what the consultant tells you, and if you are not that savvy into finding out things for yourselves, then you will have to trust the consultant. So those are the cons for consultancy when you want to hire. What are the pros? I will tell you. Why is that money when you have to shell out, like say around 10 lakh rupees? Or say whatever the cost is. I'm not aware of the costs of different agencies, but when you do that, why is that cost? What do they offer you? Most of the consultancies, they tell you, they give you a course for 1 year. Here, another case I told you, you do B2 there. Here, when you do through consultancy, you get the opportunity to come to Germany and spend 1 year here. Obviously, you will be bearing all the costs for that. I mean, all the lodging and boarding costs and everything, that will be yours. But you get admission into an institute there. You will learn from A1 to till the end. here in Germany. So some people actually want that. Some candidates, there are some candidates who say that, I mean, if we are in Germany, we'll learn faster. I mean, that's also correct because you talk all the time in German, you interact with people, you learn the culture and the system here. So that is one benefit of going through consultancy or learning entire language here in Germany. When I talk about consultancy, we understand here that you are in that you can afford it. That's only for people who can afford it. For those who cannot afford it, there's other way. I could not, when I was starting my journey, I could not afford these like consultancies where you have to shell out lakhs of rupees. I did because I did not have that. So I told myself like, no, I'll do it myself, and I did it myself. Even now it's possible, but I'm telling you another perspective, that what are the pros when you go through a consultancy, that they might offer you these kind of courses, then they will help you in every step of the way. Like if you have to get a visa, I mean, it's an easy thing. You read the website, you Google a little bit about visa and everything, you'll find all the information and you can do it on your own. But there are candidates, there are people who are not sure, like, what if something goes wrong? What if my visa gets rejected because I did not read something properly or did not understand something properly? In that case, better let the experienced people do that. So the consultant will do that, but he will charge you for that. So I mean, as I told you, every service has a value and it has to be paid. So there, if you pay the money, you get a value for that. You get a service for that. Later on, when you come here, you can do these courses. There are different institutes with different plans, what you may call it. I'm trying to find institutes who can offer, because as I told you, reviewing or researching these things is a tedious task. You have to contact them and discuss them, then verify all those information. That I have not done so far. But you are welcome to do it before you hire any. You must do it actually before you hire anybody, or if you pay some money to someone. So you come here, do your language, and then do medical German. Then they prepare you for your interviews. They tell you how to behave, all those information, whatever you require, step by step procedure. They tell you, and they charge money for that. So yeah, these are the pros and cons. And what else I would say? Yeah, I think that's it. Would like to conclude here. As I told you, you have to you have to think on your own. You have to think what is best for you, what is the cost, and how can you afford it. Can you afford it? Can you not afford it? Do you trust the other person, to give that money to that person? If yes, then okay, and if no, then you struggle yourself, you work hard yourself, and you do find your own way. Thank you very much, guys. And I have been getting lots of Facebook requests these days and Facebook messages. I have like told several times that I do not prefer personal counseling because of shortage of time. And when I do, I charge a fee for that, because I mean, as I told you, everything has value and every valuable thing has to be paid. So I mean, but rather stick to YouTube. Put your questions in comment section, and I shall answer you here. And I would request you guys to, whoever are subscribing this channel or watching my videos, you guys are welcome to write your name, what you are doing presently, which university, and yeah, these few things, and check in about section of this YouTube. You will find my email address. You can post your information over there, because once I'm trying to review these institutes, and I will send those information to your email addresses over there if you send your data. But do not do it on comment section. Do it as a separate email, so that your information and your data is not in public domain. So hope you guys like my video, and hope I'm helpful to you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care.